My name is Chloe Cole.
My name is Elle Palmer.
My name is Claire.
And I am a detransitioner.
I am a detransitioner.
I'm a 20-year-old detransitioner.
I was growing up in the midst of an identity crisis. I was a tomboy, I had a learning disability, and I found it very difficult to understand myself and to build an identity of my own. I latched onto the transgender community when I was 12.
When I was 12 years old, I was sexually assaulted, and a month later, I started identifying as trans.
I truly started to believe that I was a young man who was stuck in the body of a young woman, and I was given this impression that the only way that I would ever feel happy or whole was through chasing a lie that would never come true.
By my 15th birthday, I was on testosterone and had a double mastectomy.
I was 16 when I started testosterone, and I was 19 when I stopped.
I started the medical process when I was 13 years old with puberty blockers and testosterone. At 15 years old, I had a double mastectomy. It took me less than a year for me to realize that none of this was actually bringing me any closer to this goal of becoming a young man. And it wasn't an easy decision to go back to my birth identity as a young woman, but I found so much freedom in embracing the things that I couldn't change about myself and understanding that I never had to change myself in the first place.
There are many children like me. There are a growing number of detransitioners who detransitioned before they were even legal adults. I urge lawmakers to safeguard children from becoming lifelong medical patients like me. I did not deserve what I went through. No child deserves a life of pain and social ostracization.
I think that another thing that we should be focusing on going forward in 2025 is legislation and preventing minors from transitioning at all.
There's a lot of medical funding that goes into researching the benefits of medical transition, but none that goes into researching the harms. This needs to change. There needs to be serious effort put into finding evidence-based treatments for gender-confused children. The medical systems we have now are not sufficient, to say the least. Gender-confused children need support, not surgery.
Every parent must know that at some point their child is going to be exposed to this ideology in some way. They might learn about it through school, through the curriculum, through their peers, through their teachers. They might learn about it from the games that they play or the media that they consume. As to the parents, you have to be vigilant. You have to be involved in your child's life. You have to be watching over them. And you have to be the one to prepare them for this.
One thing that my parents could have done differently is paying more attention to what I did on social media and on the internet. And I think that's something that a lot of parents need to focus on more now. Taking a more active role in their kids' lives and kind of pushing them to do more external things instead of spending all their time online.
Unfortunately, we live in a world where children and adolescents are going to be exposed to this ideology.